Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA action on 2K Sports. Brian Anderson here, alongside Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson, with Ali LaForce joining us from the floor. And a look at the starters for the Bulls. Giddey is the one, with White by his side at the two. Buzelis out there with Dosunmu. And it's Vucevic in at the center position. And for Boston, at the forward spots, the talented pair of Brown and Tatum. Anthony Simons out there with Derek White. And it's Keita in at the center position. And not too often we see a matchup like this one. Both of these teams are elite when it comes to cleaning the glass, Graham.
Yeah, B.A., and that's why I expect this to get physical around the rim, which will put the endurance of these teams' rebounders to the test.
Now here's White. Back to Simons. Jacks up a three. They get it again. Inside. Here's Giddey. Up and in on the layup.
And sometimes defenders just forget how tall Giddey is. I mean, the 6'8" guard is solid finishing inside.
Tatum inside. Kick out to Brown. With the drive. Clock at 6. Let's go with a three. And it's Tatum missing.
Man, that's his shot. Maybe he was too wide open.
And it's out of bounds. Still Chicago's ball.
Chicago ball.
And about a minute gone in the first quarter. White, good.
You can count on Vucevic to make a few clever handoffs. He sees what's happening at all times.
When you talk about Nikola Vucevic, a big man who continues to get it done at a high level, Richard.
Yeah, he is showing no signs of slowing down. Vuce scores, rebound, passes, and shoots it well from pretty much everywhere. I'd like to see him contend for a championship at some point in time in his career.
Here's White following the three by Boston. To the middle. Here's Vucevic. 6 on the shot clock. To the paint. Nice dish, and the layup goes down.
Doing exactly what you expect. Vuce setting a solid screen that gets things going.
Tatum passes to Simons. Back to Tatum. The deep three. Chicago with a rebound.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Down low. Back to Giddey. The three. Keita pulls it in. For Boston, they've gone 1 of 4 to begin this one. Brown passes to White. The three ball. Can't hit. 1 for 2 now.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Outside White. Three-pointer, no good. Celtics trail by 4. Pass to Keita. There's Tatum with the three. He's off on that one. For Chicago, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the opening quarter. Now White. Picked by Vucevic. Now here's White from deep. Giddey. Not going to go that time. White against White. Pass to Simons. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Oh, and a fast break for Chicago. Here's Buzelis. That shot off the mark. Brown with some nice D. White against Simons. Here he goes. They still need this. And the basket is good.
This close in, Simons is consistent. The defense really can't allow him to find that look.
And Grant, the Achilles tear for Jason Tatum, derailing the Celtics' attempt to defend their 2024 title.
Yeah, so hard to overcome losing your best player. Thankfully, this team has the depth to remain competitive in his absence.
And so Billy Donovan calls timeout. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. Boston with some changes. Hauser, he's checked in for Derek White, and it's Peyton Pritchard in for Simons.
Sam Hauser, Peyton Pritchard.
Boston on D, trailing by 2. Pass to Buzelis. And here's Sumu. Still no points. 6 to shoot. Here's Vucevic. The 3 is up. Nails it from 3.
Big man Vuce showing some quickness on that release.
The Celtics have gone 2 for 7. A sluggish start. Now here's Brown. For 3. Doesn't go. And he's 0 for 1 from the floor. And Giddey has got the ball here for Chicago. Grant, the thing about Jaylen Brown, he doesn't need a lot of space to get his shot off.
You know, B.A., he has a quick release and rises high on his jumper. Has a great up fake and can stop on a dime. Usually all the space he needs to find his shot.
Celtics trail by 5. Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Out to the right wing. They set the screen. Shot is up. And it's cleared by Vucevic. Vucevic has got his 5th rebound in this one. 36 seconds left in the first quarter. Vucevic, a screen on Pritchard. Takes a step back. Pass to Sumu. That 3's off the mark. Well, the Celtics shooting just 22% in the early stages of this one. Here's Hauser, and out of bounds. It'll be Chicago ball.
That pass wandered off target. Can't lose focus on the little bitty things.
Chicago leading by 5. Outside Herter. Williams a screen on White. There's Herter with the 3. Sends it home from 3-point land. And so it's the Chicago Bulls finishing the quarter with an 8-point lead. Defense is setting the tone. More 2K action in just a moment. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Bulls.
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
And I just love playing on teams like this, passing teams. You can tell they really like playing with each other, and hopefully they keep this up.
Their backcourt, Pritchard and White. Sam Hauser out there with Chris Boucher. And it's Garza in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Celtics. And the basket by Boucher.
No one there to contest, so he just drops it in like he's at the rec league.
Now Jones. No points so far. Williams from long range. Garza grabs the board. Celtics trail by 5. Well, Grant, you look at the Bulls, middling on both ends. What's their biggest need?
You know, B.A., I think it's length and athleticism. You can't have enough of those type of players in today's game. You look at their activity stats, the steals, offensive rebounds, very much in need of a boost.
Oh, a nice shot by Collins.
When guys are moving the ball, sharing it, it makes the game so much more fun, both as a player and as a fan.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls a timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over.
And all fans on the court is your fight squad. Woman t-shirt, make some noise.
Simons is checked in for Garza. Then for Chicago, Booz Ellis is checked in for Williams. The Sumu comes in for Okoro, and Giddey's subbed in for Jones. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Boston, no good that time either.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Collins with a screen on Pritchard. Collins outside. A chance to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Celtics trail by 7. Yes, Peyton Pritchard doing it at the NBA level. But he was a beast in the college ranks too, Richard.
All-time leader in games played, minutes, and assists in his conference. The only player to reach 1,900 points, 600 assists, and 500 rebounds in the conference. You know, that's pretty tough.
Now here's Herder, and he goes in for the dunk.
You love to see that from Herder. If teams are going to guard against his three-point ability, you have to make him pay and just blow by them.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, the Chicago Bulls retiring the jersey of hometown hero and former league MVP Derrick Rose. His coach with the Bulls, Tom Thibodeau, said, "The true measure of a man is how he handles adversity, and nobody did it better. He always found a way to rise above, and there's no question in my mind he is a Hall of Fame player." Guys?
All right, Allie, thank you.
And he might have thrown himself off when he saw how much space he had from three.
Back to Tsumu. To the inside. Here's Collins. Banked it in off the glass. Collins has got 4 points this quarter.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Yeah, they're going to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
Now here's White. Hauser. Again, the miss by Boston.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Pass to Giddey. Fires for 3. And so far in this one, 2 for 4.
And Giddey is working to improve this part of his game. The defense at least has to respect his 3.
Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
Now here's Boucher. Pritchard finds Simons. Just 5 to shoot. Outside White. Pritchard fires away outside. Offensive struggles continue. Missing again. Pass to Giddey. 2 points. That one goes. Giddey's got 7 points.
Well, part of the game plan was to neutralize the crowd. And guess what? Mission accomplished.
Oh, yeah, they're doing a terrific job not giving this hostile crowd anything to cheer about.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls the timeout. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan.
Headed to the floor right now is Celtics Entertainment.
Boston with some changes. Garza's checked in for Boucher. Jason Tatum comes in for Hauser. And it's Jaylen Brown in for Derrick White. Then for Chicago, Nikola Vucevic. He's coming in for Collins. And it's White in for Herder. Outside, Brown. Pass to Tatum. They need this. And it's cleared by Vucevic. Vucevic has got his 6th rebound on the night. You know, for a team that's had deep playoff runs almost every year recently, the Celtics fell short last season, RJ.
Well, injuries and other factors played into that, but there's so much parity in the NBA right now. There is no team invincible come playoff time.
And it's good for 2.
The mid-range is not an issue for Brown, and it's just another weapon in his arsenal now.
Pass to Vucevic. Dosunmu outside. Vucevic, a screen on Brown. Dosunmu for 3. Boston pulls it in. Tatum feeling it out a bit. Now Simons. Back to Tatum from deep. Jason Tatum, he's a sharpshooter.
You can't give up these corner 3 balls to Tatum. That is a recipe for disaster.
Here's Giddey. He's got 7. Launches a 3. Garza grabs the board.
And he continues to cast away, but the results just haven't been there tonight.
Here's Simons. Pass to Garza. Tatum from long range. That one no good. White for 3. No good. Misses at the buzzer. And so it's the Chicago Bulls closing out the quarter ahead by 11 points. They've had incredible success defensively, taking away good looks and pressuring shooters. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere. Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. One guy who's been getting it done is Josh Giddey.
Yeah, even with the extra attention he's getting from the defenders, he's finding ways to excel.
He's just that good. You can plan for him, but he just makes great adjustments on the fly.
All right, we've now got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. He's got a special report. Shams, it's all yours.
Well, guys, a lot of excitement about this upcoming 2026 draft class, but quietly, some scouts voicing early concern about the quality of prospects in the class of 27. Now, there's still time for players to emerge, but expect this to impact the way teams value those picks.
Something to keep an eye on, no doubt. Shams, thank you for the report. Second half underway. Here's who Billy Donovan's got on the floor. Giddey is the 1, with White by his side at the 2. Buzelis out there with Nikola Vucevic. And it's Dosunmu in at the small forward position. Over to the wing. Vucevic, the pass to Giddey. Vucevic, a screen on Simons. The kick out to White. Lets it go from deep. Boston pulls it in. And a minute played as the second half gets going. Tatum. Great positioning on the putback.
He really gets in perfect position for the follow. Just a terrific read.
Pass to Vucevic. Shoots from 12. No good. In and out off the rim. And Brown has got the ball here for Boston. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. Here's Tatum. Uses the glass on the layup.
Love to see Brown facilitate out of a pick and roll, and I'm sure his coach feels the same way.
Chicago leading by 4. And with Jaylen Brown on the wing, he feels like any given night he has the advantage in his matchup.
He's either too fast for the big guys or too strong for the small guys. That's the problem. He is a handful on both ends of the floor also.
He shoots it, and off the front iron, and in it goes. Kid has got 6.
They're making smart adjustments, setting guys up for success.
But it took them a little while to get there. Just goes to show, as long as you persevere, you'll figure your way out.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
For Boston, they've gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to go since the break. Here's Simons, and it's Giddey with a rebound. For Chicago, they've gotten just 1 of 5 shots to drop since halftime. Three-pointer, Buzelis, rebounded by the Celtics. This lead is up for grabs.
Yeah, each possession has an importance.
Brown passes to White. Nice ball movement by Boston. Simon's shot is good.
This is anyone's game now, and they have the momentum.
Things are firing on all cylinders for them right now. We'll see if they can keep it going.
Now here's Dosunmu. Yet to see a basket. Fires from deep. Tatum pulls it in. Here are the Celtics with the ball. They've got a 12-2 run in progress. So they take the lead. And the Celtics lead by 2.
They fought so hard to get themselves in a position to win this game.
And it's so much easier said than done. But now it's all about keeping that momentum going for them.
Now here's Vucevic. 5 points in the game. Vucevic, a screen on Simons. Back to Vucevic. And the power finish by Vucevic.
Yeah, I just love the game of Giddey. Looks for others first. A great guy to play with.
Simons with it. 11 points in the game. Outside White. Takes the 3. And again, Boston with the triple.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
And so Billy Donovan calls timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Making a switch here. Pritchard's checked in. Then for Chicago, Collins comes in for Nikola Vucevic. And it's Jones in for Giddey. A minute 53 left in the third. Bulls trail by 3. Richard, it's been a dry spell for the Bulls for a few seasons now. How do they reverse that?
Well, it starts with strong drafts. They haven't had a top 10 pick since 2020, and it's made it hard for them to land some of these bigger prospects and grow from within.
And the Celtics in possession here. Following the three-point basket by Chicago. Back to Tatum. And there's the screen. 5 on the clock. White for 3. Collins with the rebound.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
White against White. Collins with a screen on White. Three-pointer. White can't hit. Boston on offense. They're on an 18-7 run. Here's Tatum. Nice look inside from Tatum.
What hard work from Tatum inside. Doing what it takes to find his shot.
Pass to Buzelis. And here's Jones. The kick out to White from behind the arc. Boston pulls it in. Brown's got his 5th rebound in this one. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And Jaylen Brown gets a whistle that time. That's his first foul.
And that is an absolute heartbreaker of a turnover. In a close game like this, that might be enough to impact how it ends.
We've got 13 seconds left in the third. Now here's Giddey for the lead. He's off from 3. Anthony Simons has been leading the charge for Boston. He dropped 3 threes in that quarter. They haven't found an answer for him yet. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Serving it up on a platter, that is a beautiful dish. And 2 teammates on the same page? Woo.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far. With this 4th quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Filling out the wings, it's going to be Simons and Brown. Chris Boucher out there with Sam Hauser. And it's Pritchard in at the point guard position. That's who's in the game for the Celtics.
And you want him taking good shots at this point in the game. And that one was easy.
Yeah, it's clear why they go to him in these moments. They know he's going to deliver for them.
Now here's Simons. Back to Brown. Launches it. Can't hit that one. And for the Bulls, they're shooting just 38%. Their offense not where they want to be. That puts them in the lead. And now a 3-point Chicago lead.
You can't get more silky from 3 than Herder.
Boston's gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the 4th quarter. Here's Brown. Cashes it in from 11 feet.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
And his team needs every bit of his production if they want to pull this one out. It is neck and neck here in the final period.
And it's the Bulls with the ball. The Celtics making their last shot. Jones misses. Jones against Brown. Puts up a deep 3. Another miss by Brown.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
Yeah, he might have been feeling himself a little too much on that one. He can hit it, but not consistently.
Herder gets the bucket.
Always finding a way to get the ball in the hoop. Herder can spot up all over the place.
Brown passes to Simons. Outside Pritchard. And Boston again with the bucket.
Well orchestrated. And then the pass is right on the money.
And timeout is called by Billy Donovan. He wants to make sure everyone is aligned, given the situation right now. Changes here for the Celtics. Cadis checked in for Boucher. Jason Tatum comes in for Hauser. And it's White in for Pritchard. And a new group getting ready for Chicago. Vucevic, he's checked in for Collins. Buzelis comes in for Williams. DeSumo, he's checked in for Herter. And it's White in for Jones. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Hey guys, Billy Donovan was just reviewing the plan with his team. He tried to loosen the tension a little, asking his guys, are we having fun? I know I am. Just relax out there and follow the game plan. We've got this.
All right, appreciate it, Allie.
The ability to stretch the floor is such a dangerous weapon for Vooch and his team.
Shoots from the elbow, and it's Boston scoring again.
Hey, draw him up a solid play, get him an open look, and he delivers.
And late in games, throw out those analytics. Give me the mid-range. The shot, it just works.
Fast break. Here come the Celtics. Pass to Queta. And here's Brown for three. Rebounded by Giddey. And Giddey has got the ball here for the Chicago Bulls. So far in the fourth, they've allowed just 6 points. He launches. Not that time. Celtics trail by 3. Jason Tatum. No! They're unable to get the tying basket there. Giddey against White. Vucevic! The triple drops!
Look, Vooch is a big man that can score at all 3 levels. And look, his versatility makes him a nightmare for defenses.
Now here's Tatum. Now White. Let's loose for 3. Rebounded by Giddey.
That is not the shot they needed there. You gotta work it around and get a better look.
DeSumo outside. Now White. Shot clock at 6. No good from 3. Outside Tatum. Minute 35 left in the fourth quarter. White fires. Oh, missed on the tray.
This is the definition of forcing it. He's trying to get himself going, but taking tough shots just won't do it.
Here's Vucevic. DeSumo outside. Picked by Vucevic. Now Giddey shoots a 3. It's off.
Things aren't looking good here. I mean, they need points, and they need them now.
And if I were them, I'd start thinking about where I'm going to get food after the game because this one looks a bit out of reach.
Here's Giddey. After the basket by Boston. Vucevic. There's 45 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. Oh, the shot is off. Giddey against Simons. Fires the 3. Ooh, it doesn't go. And so here is Chicago. At one point, they led by 16. And that's an intentional foul.
First personal foul, second team foul. Line for the Bulls. Josh Giddey, 2 shots.
He drops the first one, and that puts him up 5. And so both free throws good, and it's a 6-point ball game.
He knows how important it is converting at the line and building up this lead.
And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. He wants to make sure they're purposeful with the game plan. Turning here to our analysts. What elements become the primary keys at this point?
They're going to have to work fast coming out of the timeout.
Yeah, no time to waste. They basically have to execute things perfectly from here on out.
1-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Booyah! He sinks the triple.
Nice find there from Simons. Solid at recognizing when his teammates are uncovered.
And an intentional foul right there.
Taking 2 shots.
He hits the first one, and that gives him a 4-point cushion. Second one is good, getting both at the line. And it's a 5-point game.
Great job at the line, and it's now a 2-possession game.
And Boston calls time here. They're down by 5. What do you think is going to be their best move at this point?
And they're going to have to work fast coming out of the timeout.
Yeah, no time to waste. They basically have to execute things perfectly from here on out.
Attention fans, now on the court is your hot squad. Get loud and roll out the shirt. It's time for some t-shirts. Make some noise, fans.
Shot clock and game clock, 1-second differential. And he nails it!
Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
He knew what they needed here and was determined to deliver.
And now they foul and stop the clock.
Yeah, just trying to keep this game alive. Not a bad foul right there.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He gets the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead. Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one.
And looking to even the score with a huge 3.
That's their only option. They have to get a good look from deep here.
And an intentional foul there stops the clock.
Taking 2 shots.
Shoot 2.
Good on the first, and that gives him a 4-point cushion. And he hits both free throws here, and it's a 5-point game.
Huge moment. He steps up and sinks the final daggers.
Brown. And so Chicago takes the win. They played the villain tonight, and they played it well.
Yes, they did. You know, you have 2 choices. You can either succumb to the hostility in this arena, or you can feed off of it and use it as motivation. They did the latter.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Grant Hill, Richard Jefferson, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And let's leave you with our player of the game, Nikola Vucevic.